Got something to say? You want to add to the show? What are you waiting for? Don't just sit there. Say something. Now, back to the studio with Rod.
Okay, we are into overtime. Literally.
Oh, yeah.
We're overtime today. This is very similar to what we're going to do tomorrow with our CFL free agency special, which I think will end up being special. I mean, yeah, Willie Jefferson is the big name out there, the 6'7" domino that everybody's waiting to fall. But I think you'll be surprised at the other names once we get rolling into a free agency opening at 11 a.m. Central on Tuesday. I'm just reading some of the messages on the Facebook wall here from JR in Cranbrook. He says, this is the new media. Awesome. From Jeff Camillus in Winnipeg. Best show out there. And when we do make that announcement a week from tomorrow, and it does blow people's doors off, I was thinking about this on the weekend while I was strolling through the mall in Saskatoon. Maybe we should have a slogan. Slogans are good.
Yep.
Or taglines. Yep. The future is here. Because everybody says to me about this show, oh, yeah, digital's the way of the future. It's here, brother.
Yeah.
Like you're watching and you're listening. It's new media. It's digital. What's digital is any media transmitted over the internet. Yep. It's here. The future's here.
Oh, yeah.
Sports on tap, as we do every day for the Tap Brewhouse and Liquor Store. Western Hockey League yesterday, the Blades beat the Warriors 4-3 in overtime. Were you around for that?
Yep.
Were you at the microphone for that?
Yes, I was.
Blades over the Warriors 4-3 in overtime. Lethbridge beat Calgary 6-4. This is like old-time WHL. A lot of goals.
Oh, yeah.
Vancouver over Kamloops 7-3. Seattle beat Prince George 2-1. Spokane was a 5-3 winner over Everett. There are no games in the dub tonight. There were no games in the SJ last night. There's one tonight in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League, Weyburn at Yorkton. 6 games in the NHL tonight, including Arizona at Montreal. The Vancouver Canucks welcome Nashville, and the Calgary Flames are at San Jose. And in the NBA, the Raptors look for their 15th consecutive win. Yay, Raptors! We all love the Raptors out here in Western Canada. Raptors home. What? Abu's still here, by the way. Yeah. He's just waiting to sucker me as soon as I walk off the set. Raptors and T-Wolves tonight. That is sports on tap for the Tap Brewhouse and Liquor Store. Spend $100 in the Tap Liquor Store, and you will get a $20 gift card to use in the Brewhouse. Stop by and see them today. Just comments are coming into the website, rodpedersen.com, about the Riders news conference this morning. I'm not sure whether this is a thing or whether it's not a thing. Jeremy O'Day has apparently said, the general manager, they are not going all in free agency, similar to what happened in 2013. And some people are criticizing for not overspending to guarantee a Grey Cup win in 2020. This is a different time than it was in 2013. They don't have the ability right now to go all in, and I don't think they have the need. Like in 2012, the Riders were 11-7, I think. Went all in, signed all those guys in free agency, and basically did assure themselves a Grey Cup the next year. This time around, they got a $450,000 quarterback, which they didn't have back then. They got a talented team, 13-5, coming off first place in the West. I posted the Grey Cup odds this morning in my Monday morning goalie column. Did you see that the Riders are rated the top Vegas odds favorite to win the Grey Cup in the West Division?
Yeah.
Hamilton's number 1 in the league. Saskatchewan's second. So why would you criticize Jeremy O'Day for not going all in? The odds makers already see that they're the best team in the West Division. Now, I get that everybody's going to be on his ass because that's Rider Pride, that's Rider Nation, that's where we live. I get all that, but just don't try and suck me down that rabbit hole because I'm not going with you.
Yeah.
What's your take on all of that?
It's true. It's true. I mean, there's a few things we want to sort out. We want to know completely who the rest of the receiving core will be. We want to round that out, but it's pretty much there now that you got Shaq signed up. The linebacking core is probably the question mark for me. It looks like the defensive backfield's there. You got Cam Judge back, but you're missing 2 guys, really, with Moncrief and Elimimian likely gone. I mean, Moncrief's already in Vegas, but you don't think Elimimian's coming back. Potentially he is, but you're missing. You need one veteran, I think, in that linebacking core and maybe one rookie that'll step up. There's a lot of guys that seem to emerge and become stars. But that's it, right? I mean, for the most part, I like where this team is at. And I think they're set. So, yeah, I mean, Vegas clearly sees it. You had a great season last year. You got to within a whisker of getting to the Grey Cup, and you just need to maintain, right, what you had. And I think that's it. And for me, linebackers. You need one linebacker, and then I think they're done.
Oh, I'm not saying they're perfect.
No, but
I'm just saying they're ahead
that's
of
how small it is.
They're at least as far ahead as everybody else. And if they don't sign Solomon Elamimian or some of these guys, I think they'll still be fine. They'll still be in the hunt.
Yeah,
is the point. Brady from Saskatoon, Prairie Mobile text line says, "Hey, Rod, I so badly hope the Montreal Canadiens keep Kovalchuk and re-sign him because, man, can he play hockey. Also, hopefully the Raps can keep up their win streak, and the Riders will hopefully be busy in free agency in their hunt for Grey Cup 2020. Well, again, Jeremy O'Day, I believe he said today, because they had a news conference while we were on the air, but saying that he does not expect to be that busy in free agency. And I've just said why I don't necessarily think that they need to be. Another interesting story that has broken this morning. I think it deserves a ring of the bell. Breaking news from Matthew Shinetti on Twitter. Longtime 10,000-yard CFL receiver S.J. Green will sign with the XFL today. Green signs his deal with the XFL primary ownership group and will enter the league waiver wire, where his rights will be picked up by a team at the top of the wire. S.J. Green's deal will run through May 31st, 2020. So that's for one season. And what is he, 35? You guys were talking about him at length on Friday's show.
Yeah,
35?
I think so.
34, 35,
yeah.
Or maybe 36?
Potentially.
He's a little long in the tooth, and it is a bit of a Pandora's box. You allow this guy to be released. He's asked for his release. Argos seemed to have a penchant for doing that.
Yeah.
Gave James Wilder his release. Gave S.J. Green his release. I don't know how long this can continue, but S.J. Green asked for his release and signs in the XFL. Sign of things to come?
Well, it's interesting. You said May 2020, right? Not 21. So signs for the remainder of this season. And if S.J. Green is sitting out there with no offers, not a lot of interest maybe in the CFL because he's long in the tooth and, you want a young receiver to come in and play, then he can go to the XFL, show what he can do. It's an opportunity to show that he can play ball still. And when you get through the end of May, season's really early on, could sign a deal in the CFL once that deal expires, or he could re-sign for a second year in the XFL. I don't mind it. If a guy's right now thinking, man, I can still play and I want to prove it, he can get on the field tomorrow and start proving it.
All right. So two last things. I don't know if Paul's watching today from a tarmac at LaGuardia or if his plane has taken off. Have we spoken with Paul today, Ryan? Do we know where he is? I think he could appreciate this when I say I'm just going to perform a little bit of a Ricky here. This as far as this show goes. For those that don't understand, you don't need a cable subscription to watch this show. All you need is a smartphone. All you need is the internet. You can watch it anywhere in the world. We've got all the biggest names in sports in this country and a lot of great discussion. We're hitting the young demographic because we're hitting them right in their smartphone. Mm-hmm. So it's a win. And if, the people that get it, really get it. They're like, oh, you guys are onto something. The people that don't get it may never get it until it's too late. Fair. But more and more people are getting it every day.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure.
Clark telling me on the monitor tomorrow, Nick Lewis joins us for free agency talk. It is our CFL 2020 free agent spectacular. And Wendell Clark at 11:30 a.m. Central Time live. I think that's it for today, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thanks, Abu. Thank you, Ryan, for all that you do. And for the crew back here, thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central right here on Facebook Live.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of The Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.